Hello everyone, the time has come. Welcome to the first annual Halloween Hex Horror Series. Each Halloween I try to watch or re-watch as many horror films as possible, whether older or new, and give my thoughts on them. I usually watch these with my brother. We get together and just try to watch as many as humanly possible, and we got things started this past week. Kicking things off this year, on the list, we have Smile 2. We watched the first Smile last year during Halloween time, and I just kind of thought I would save the second one for this year. The first Smile was a very good horror movie in its own right, but the second one is a step up in almost every way. Writer and director Parker Finn returns to direct this one and really amps things up. This is a perfect example of them taking the already great preconceived notion and idea that they had in the first movie and expanding on it in almost every way possible. The visual appeal in this one is greater, the tension is greater, the stakes are higher, and it is just as scary, if not scarier, than the original film. The idea for this sequel to be centered around a famous person instead of just a regular, average, everyday citizen is actually brilliant because it puts our protagonist in an unpredictable position where they always have eyes on them while being stalked by this unknown entity, unbeknownst to the public eye, that is constantly watching them. There is absolutely nowhere to run and absolutely nowhere to hide for our protagonist in Smile 2. The casting of Naomi Scott in this role was a fantastic move and really the reason why this movie works as well as it does. She plays Sky Riley, a pop star who is in the midst of overcoming a tumultuous year where she survived a car accident and is overcoming addiction herself. Newly sober and in the middle of preparing for a new world tour, she starts to see some pretty freaky stuff, and just like that, her world begins to unravel, one sinister, smiling person at a time. Scott, who is a real-life singer and artist, plays this role with the utmost conviction and grit. Not since Toni Collette in Hereditary have the cries of anguish and sorrow and fear felt more real than they do in here. I've always felt Naomi Scott was kind of an underrated actress, and she most definitely gets her time to shine in here. I seriously think she should have been considered for an Oscar for the work she does in here. I truly do. It's a shame that she wasn't, because you know how the Academy tends to be a bit biased towards horror film, which is just insanely unfair. Come on. Not only is the casting top-notch in this one, but the script also, which moves much smoother and I think flows a lot better than the first film did. It is unpredictable. There are layers and layers of twists throughout it that you don't even see coming, and it keeps you guessing, and it keeps you right on edge until the film's final frame. The first Smile was a very good movie in its own right. I would give that one about a 7.2, but Smile 2 I'm going to give an 8.4. I'm not sure if they are going to continue this franchise. I think it would be tough to do with the way that this one ended, but we will see. We've definitely seen them continue a lot of franchises we didn't think they were, but very good kickoff for the Halloween watch season. We'll be back with more spooky watches. I'll see you then.